Bonjour les amis, Bob is here for you, and today is the day to revise the Curacao regulatory regime. So we know it's official that by August 2023, the provision of Curacao master licenses are in place. So effectively, the existing licensing regime that's built on a master license and a sub-license, so it will stay intact for 12 more months. So as I was addressing in my previous video as of 31st of January this year, so we were expecting the Curacao regime will, by the end of the year, will completely be remastered. So it means that we were actually waiting for a new regulatory body to be installed for all sub-license holders which apply directly to this new body, as well as we were looking into increase of the whole cost of license, including the application fee, renewal fee, and so on and so on. And we also were looking into having a kind of analog of GamStop by Curacao body. So these things have not yet been realized, and we know that the old good scheme of Curacao has been actually continued for one more year. But what's interesting is that the effect of this announcement, despite being continued, were actually destructive in terms of the overall interest to Curacao. I know for sure that most of the white label and turnkey casino providers were looking elsewhere but Curacao. So now Curacao is a serious jeopardy because what we know, turnkey and white hat casino providers are looking to Cuernavaca license, as well as Anjuan, Costa Rica, and other countries to actually fly away from Curacao. So what exactly is the reason of this continuation, and why the Curacao has been not so favored as before? The first reason that these guys, the government of Curacao, have yet to implement the changes that have planned. So they are actually out of schedule, out of the time, and they have to prolong this current regime. The second idea is that, as you know, there are currently 4 master license holders, and all the body of our other casinos are just holding sub-license from them. So effectively, this regime of Curacao is really only only on paper, because it doesn't provide any practical way to protect the consumer rights, because effectively a casino doesn't even have a license. They have a sub-license from a body. This is a enterprise which would sub-license something to it. From these 4 bodies, only one has been relatively responsive. Others, 2 of them don't even have a website, so they cannot really enforce any QIC, and so on and so on. So from what we see now, the overall idea of master licenses and sub-licenses has failed in a way to provide actual protection to the players, and the also anti-money laundering system, and so on and so on. So the overall construct, the overall building of the Curacao license has been really not stable and not effective. This is a call for changes, obviously, but what we see that these 4 master license holders will be removed from the game eventually. I was expecting from September the 1st they will be removed right away, but what we know, there's 1 year more for them to leave to try to sell their services. But obviously, it decreases the overall attractiveness of Curacao license, because the ones casinos they were applying for it were not the most transparent ones. They effectively would expect for this kind of relaxed regime where no player protection can be provided, which was really one of the competitive advantages. So now 1 year more, but what after? So as I've been talking to people on conferences, and I have had in private messages from many of them, that we are now looking to Old Good Kahnawake license, which is Kahnawake is one of the tribes in Canada, and this kind of license was really popular previously before the Ontario license in Canada and so on. So this is quite a good one in terms of ability to supplant or to be a safe harbor from those flying from Curacao. So it will be a little more expensive, I expect, but many people right now are looking for Kahnawake. Another thing is Anjouan license. Anjouan is a island near Madagascar. Mozambique and Madagascar is a colony of France in the past, but now they also have this kind of license, which is not really popular, but still people are looking into it also. So obviously the rumor about changing of this regime are playing against the current Curacao licenses, are playing against the expectation of market and so on. So final stroke to this portrait is that in any case the price of Curacao license will be higher as compared to once it was 5,000 euro or equivalent to apply and have a license. Right now it is no less than 17,000-18,000, closer to 20,000, maybe 22,000, including the legal fees to have this license, to apply and to have it for 1 year. Each single year it must be renewed, and this cost of renewal is 12,050 euros. So it's kind of, it is a high echelon, high league of casino licenses, comparable in some points to Malta license. So it brings Curacao to just whole another level. If people, the holders of license, would calculate, so it says it rules the Curacao out of the game because it's simply not economically effective. Each year you have to reapply and pay the fee. Also, there's a fee of 2,050 euro per each URL you'll be using for your casino. So if you have lots of them URLs, you calculate it also, and so on. So this is the changes that are coming up from Curacao, and we expect to be seeing more of new Kahnawake license holders, or Anjouan or Costa Rica. If you have like my thoughts on this topic, please put like on this video, or if you feel a need to contact me directly, you can find my email also here. Thank you for watching. Bye.